Hello traders, today is September 19th, 2024. I'm going to go over 12 different names. As per usual, this is not financial advice. Please make sure to do your own research and due diligence before you decide to risk any of your capital on any type of equities or investments. This content is for educational purposes or for entertainment purposes. Make sure to subscribe and like the video. That would actually help a lot. Anyways, let's get started, and I'm going to start with, as I did yesterday, Apple. And what we have seen here is what I was saying yesterday. We are right under the 35 SMA, that was yesterday, and then we actually got a lot of momentum today, and we went up almost 4%. That was pretty incredible. I was actually day trading this. I've been day trading Apple since I think this candle right here, all these little similar candles where these hammers and whatnot. I was trading all the way up. I don't have any positions on Apple right now, but this was pretty fun. It was, in my opinion, very predictable. And to be honest, I mentioned this before. I'm very familiar with how Apple behaves, so I wouldn't say it's easy for me, but I mean, the fact that I'm very used to this name makes it less complicated. Anyways, what I think is going to happen, or what I said yesterday, is if we go over 225, 233 is in the horizon. I do believe that there is still a lot of volatility coming up in the market, yet we might see a continuation to the upside in the next trading sessions. If we see a little bit of red, I wouldn't be too surprised, but in reality, I think that 233 is coming, and there is not a lot of liquidity in this area. MACD and TSI at this point, TSI is actually looking better than the MACD, and after 233, there's really nothing else. So we might see a nice move towards all-time highs for Apple again. That would be quite interesting. If we reject this, maybe we can consider this a triple top, and then you can reassess what to do. And I would give it a little time if we get rejected at 233. But there's definitely a lot of momentum. There's definitely a lot of buying power coming into it towards 233. This is the resistance level that you really have to keep an eye on. Now let's move on to another name that I'm not sure if I did mention this yesterday, and let's do AFLAC again, and the ticker symbol is AFL. And I was looking at, this is a Fibonacci, but anyways, I was looking at this double top. I do have a position. Let me take a look really quick. Yes, I did buy some puts. They expire actually in October 4th. So these are, I'm probably going to sell them no later than Monday or Tuesday. I might even sell them tomorrow. And they are currently up by 10%. So I bought them towards the end of the day. And the reason why I did decide to get into this position is because at one point, this list is about, I don't know, 250 different names, and pretty much everything was green. Everything was looking great. And AFL was the only one that was underperforming. And, you have this double top here. You're coming out of this spectacular run. So it looks overextended on these indicators, and the MACD and the TSI. So, in my opinion, I thought, well, why not? It makes sense. I shouldn't say why not. It makes sense to buy some puts and then take a look if there's going to be any sort of resistance or any sort of lack of momentum once we reach that 35 SMA. And if there is any weakness, I obviously would get out. But so far so good, I guess. I'm only up 10%, which I'm fine. But I think I'm gonna hold this probably over the weekend. We'll see what tomorrow comes. If I see a momentum on towards the upside, I would probably get out of this position. But everything else is telling me that this is going to continue going down. It looked pretty weak today, and it didn't recover at all. It opened right up here, and it just continued going down. Anyways, that's what I have for AFL. I think it's probably gonna go down to 105, or at least hit the 35 SMA, and then I personally will reassess what to do at that point. Another name that was interesting today was Affirm. I mentioned this name yesterday as well, and let me click on it. Where are you? Right here. Sorry, I was in a different screen, and I've been checking Fibonacci's lately, and anyways, that's a subject for a different video. But let's go to the 1 minute, or let's go to the 5 minute on Affirm, and it had a very nice well, it dropped in the beginning of the trading session. It got right to the 35 SMA, and then it flew up towards almost 48. I think at this point was up 7 or 8%. It was very nice. But then you can see, look at the MACD and the TSI, just telling you that things are not going too well and losing momentum. It was oversold on the RSI, and then it just collapsed all the way down to support, which is this level that we have here on this candle. So I do believe that you know, this is still overextended. I don't know if this is going to continue going down. I think that we're definitely gonna, sorry, I'm clicking on something here really quick. I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on this, especially to the downside. I've been saying that this name has been pretty extended, and it might be showing a little bit of exhaustion. So we'll see. Rates are not gonna reflect, or what the Fed did yesterday is not gonna reflect in companies like Affirm for a while, in my estimation. You also have a lot of volume to the downside here. So anyways, you still finish the day green 1.6%, but you also have almost 1% down after hours. We'll see what we get tomorrow. We're currently at 44.5 or 44.6. So we'll see. I do believe that there is opportunity here to the downside. I'm really gonna keep a close eye on what to do here, and see if I actually buy some puts. I was playing this move here with puts. It worked out pretty nicely, but now I wanna see if I can actually jump in this move right here from 45 to 40. That's what I have for Affirm. And now let's do, what do I have on my list? You know, Bitcoin. Let's do Bitcoin, because I mentioned Bitcoin yesterday as well. And what I said yesterday was, well, you have to really break this level right here, which was 59.7. We went, continue going up, and then my next level was 200 SMA. So what I said is, if you don't break 64, which is somewhere around where the 200 SMA is, then you are not really bullish. And this is actually playing exactly how I mentioned it. It is rejecting the 200 SMA. We'll see what happens throughout the day, or the rest of the day and tonight. And if you mount the 200 SMA, 67 is coming, no problem, in my opinion. If you mount this indicator, you're completely up. That's what I have for Bitcoin. I'm just going to be short on this. MACD and TSI are looking great. Also, the RSI is also looking good. So we'll see the continuation on this, but you have to mount the 200 SMA. You don't mount that, you're probably going to go back to 59.7, and then we'll see what happens there. You're probably going to be stuck between the 35 SMA and the 200 SMA. Let's mount the 200 SMA, and then we are at 67. That would be fantastic. Let's move on to, where am I? Another name that I've been mentioning lately, and that is Cava. And Cava, let me take a note on this. What am I doing? Look at this. It really can't break this resistance level. It has tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times, and it cannot break it. The RSI and the MACD and the TSI are not looking very good for Cava, and I do believe that there is definitely opportunity here towards 110. We'll see what happens tomorrow. This is another name. Actually, let me take some notes because I have Affirm and I have Cava to the downside. Another name that I've been looking to the downside is TDOC. I think that's Teledoc, but it's not part of this video today. Anyway, excuse me. Cava is, in my opinion, looking is definitely overpriced, and I think it's a good candidate to the downside. You just want to see a little bit more of momentum or a better rejection here, and then it's where you actually want to put your positions in it. Cava is being super generous to me. I've been swinging this name, especially I have been doing it here and anyways, and in other areas. But in general terms, I think that, if you break 125, you might see a continuation, but again, you're very extended up here on the MACD and the TSI. So, there's more chances and you're gonna get rejected again and continue going down. We'll see how much momentum we get in that move if that happens. That's what I have for Cava. And then let's do another name that I did buy puts today. And yeah, everybody's going long, but been going short in some names, and that is eBay. And why am I doing this with eBay? I think it's because it's not like I think, I know it's because we let's go back to this resistance level right here, and it goes back to, I'm putting it right here, and you can continue going down here, which is to 2021. Anyways, you have this level right here. It got rejected yesterday. It got rejected probably actually on Tuesday, and then again you were right yesterday with actually 2.6% to the downside, and today it was down at it was green but flat. Let's go to the 1 minute and I'll show you what I entered. I did enter my puts right on this area. I was just looking into stuff towards the end of the day, and I did buy like a couple of puts, and then I started building my position when I saw this, and I did buy my last put right at the end of the day. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I do believe that this is going to continue going down. Now, if you ask me why, the reason is because of the extension that you're seeing just right here on the chart, what you're seeing on the MACD and the TSI and the RSI as well. So I'm going to take, my thought process is I want to take advantage of the breather that we're going to take here. These indicators are probably going to cool down a little bit. I'm probably going to sell this position, which is for October 4th as well, which means I'm going to sell pretty quickly. Am I going to sell tomorrow? It depends how much money I make. I'm up 9.6%. I did buy this towards the end of the day, so my percentage is still low, but I do believe that we're going to continue going down. I might sell tomorrow. If I hit 50%, as you know, I hit 50%, and most of the times I get out. And if this just continues, I'm just going to keep it over the weekend and sell sometime next week, probably before Wednesday or something. But that's what I'm thinking right now. I just want to get, I just got a couple of, not a couple of puts. I did build a position of puts, and I'm thinking that this is going to continue going down. Is this going to go down to 60? I'm not sure, to be honest, but it's definitely going to cool down. So I ended up buying puts for eBay. And also considering how everything was really moving, especially in the beginning or the first half of the day, eBay was really lagging. It didn't do much. Now let's do another name that I was talking about yesterday, and what I said was we need momentum for a continuation. And well, here we are. So we are with HIMS right now. And I actually like the fact that we're moving away from this area, moving away from the 35 SMA. I think that 1873 or 187 is very possible. It looks like, let me take a look at the 1 minute, like it lost momentum. Not really. It was kind of flat actually. So you were up today 3.7%. That's good. MACD and TSI are looking very good. You're breaking this. You can maybe argue this was a little bull flag or whatever. But the way I see it is you were basically surfing this 35 SMA indicator, and then you're just propelling back up. You have, I would say, low liquidity. It's not that low, but it's low liquidity in this area. So you might actually have a good opportunity to go up to 1873. Again, I think you said this, the MACD and the TSI are looking good, RSI is looking good. So at least for short term, I do believe that there is a very decent possibility for us to go to 18.7. Once, if you mount this level, then you're probably, you can really move to 21. So there might be some, to be honest, there might be some really good opportunity here for HIMS. So keep an eye on, still on the 35 SMA, keep an eye on this resistance level at 18.7. That's what I have for HIMS. And let's move on to the next name. And that is Samsara. And Samsara is a company, I'm familiar with Samsara, not because of the ticker itself, is because I know that the founders of Samsara. These guys, I'm just gonna give you a little bit of an insight. These guys were the founders of Meraki. Meraki is they do cameras, but they also do access points, and like for internet. And they got bought out by Cisco Systems. I think it was in 2012. Cisco bought them for, I believe, I could be wrong, for $2 billion. And Meraki today is the most profitable business unit of Cisco Systems. So after that, these guys started Samsara, and I think they are located in the Mission District in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken. So I know these guys, and I know how great they are at building companies. These guys are legit. Anyways, that being said, I do believe that Samsara is an outstanding quality product. If you're, you have a fleet of vehicles and need to be tracked, and you need to know everything, the ins and outs of your vehicles, Samsara is the top of the line technology. That being said, however, I guess the reason why I'm bringing up Samsara is not because I know the fucking owners. It's because it's starting to look a little bit extended to me. Not out of control, but it looks a little bit extended. Again, you had the market that was performing pretty well today, all things considered, and this stock was actually flat. You had a nice move to the upside, and then it looks like it collapsed based upon the candle. But let's take a look. So yeah, you had a good start of the day, and then you just went down, and then you had a little bit of a recoup towards the end of the business, or the end of the trading day. Anyways, I do believe that this is a little bit, let me take a note, a little bit extended, and we might see a little bit of a cool down towards this gap right here. Let's put some levels on this and see if, yeah. I still think that maybe you can continue going up a little bit, but I want to see how this develops tomorrow. I might enter into this on Monday to the downside. We'll see. MACD and TSI are looking like they are losing momentum. Look at the histogram, right? And volume is also decreasing. So we'll see if we continue going down. I wouldn't be surprised when you go down all the way to under 40. That's what that would be my guess. Now let's move on to another name. Microsoft. Where is it? Here you are. Let's do Microsoft. Look at this. So I mentioned Microsoft yesterday as well. What I said was that two things were pretty obvious here. If we retest 430, we're just gonna bounce back up very nicely, and it happened. The other thing that I said is like if you break under this level support, then you're gonna go down to the 35 SMA or 414. Well, right now we are at 438. That's the price that we have right now. We'll see how the market behaves tomorrow, but at least out of what I'm seeing on the indicators, MACD and TSI, this is looking pretty good. I was thinking about trading Microsoft today, but I was focused on other names, and I was day trading Amazon, and I was day trading Apple, and I did some penny stocks, and I was a little bit distracted with that, with those stocks. Anyways, I do believe that there is still more continuation over here. We'll see how the market behaves tomorrow. I still have some apprehension on really committing to think that things are good, because in reality, we all know, let's be honest, that things don't look good. They might look good in the surface, but we all know that there are deeper problems that are not coming to the surface yet. That's what I think. That putting that aside, if you are just merely looking at the chart, yes, you do have room to continue going up towards these levels, 470 or and the reason is because you have low liquidity. These indicators are telling you that things are moving up, and the chart is also giving you the story that things are moving up. Microsoft finished or closed today at 1.8%. That's pretty good for Microsoft. I like the chart right now. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm bullish on Microsoft, at least for now. Let's move on to the next name, and that is, mentioned this. Did I mention this? No, 2 days ago, and that is NQ. And what I said was that if we mount 19.7, we're cooking. And look what happened today. It was up 2.6% today. Well on our way to 20.2. A little bit right now. We'll see what happens tonight or whatever. But in reality, I'm a little bit bullish in general. I have, as I said, my doubts. There is a side in my head that is telling me, don't be that. I don't want to tell myself that things are bullish. And again, it's because I think there is something under the surface that we're not seeing yet. Other than that, I think if we break to 2.2, we're rallying. It's gonna be another rally, but then I think then we're gonna crash again. So don't be surprised if we see this zigzagging again with volatility and people crying and whatnot. That's what I think about what is happening in general terms in the market. Anyways, I want to address another name, which is AT&T, if I can find it. And why am I mentioning AT&T? Is because I do believe that this sector is losing momentum. I've been taking a close look at some similar names. Let's take a look at T-Mobile. You have a double top right here. It's going down. If you go and take a look at our friends at Verizon, same thing, right? So I do believe that there is weakness here. This name is very, let me write this down, is very overextended. And the MACD and the TSI, I love this setup. I'm not gonna lie, I really, really love this setup on the MACD and the TSI. And they're about to cross the signal lines, and the histogram looks pretty bad. Sellers volume is increasing. It's telling you the whole thing right there. So I gotta check how much are these contracts. I would probably enter into this tomorrow. Now that I'm looking at this closely, let's take a look, which we don't know how much, and if I enter it, it's probably gonna be October 4th or October 11th. But let's take a look. They're cheap. They're 0.17, the $21 contracts. The $20 are 0.05. These things are cheap. I'm gonna jump on them. Sorry, I'm gonna do it. So that's what I think. I think that this sector is definitely losing momentum, and we'll see what happens. But for now, I do believe that we have room to go down to a 35 SMA. There's low liquidity here. MACD, TSI looking fantastic to the downside. So yeah, we have this, and this guy right here. All right, that's what I have for AT&T, and let's finish this with the same name I finished my video yesterday, not last week, yesterday, and that is Tesla. And look at this. Today we had how much? 7.3% to the upside. So what did I say? If we break 234, 233, 234, we are just gonna fill this gap. And today, we're almost there. Let's erase this thing because I would consider that this got filled. So yeah, I do believe that we're probably gonna continue. We'll see if there's momentum, continue going towards 265. This is good news. I mean, this move, we might see a little red. Normally when we get explosive days like this, we might see a little red, but look at what happened here. So that doesn't mean that the exact same thing is going to happen, but I think that 265 is very possible. You don't have much liquidity here, and that's what happened today. You just rally all the way up. And now we're going to encounter a little bit of a shelf right here. I'm not too worried about it. There is really not much here to hold you back. So 465 could be in the horizon by next week. That's pretty interesting to me. I mean, I like Tesla. I have a Tesla position, and that's the reason why I tend to have a bullish bias. The range that I had here, 234 or 233, and 286 is gone. So now you have this range, in my opinion, 225, 265. That's my new range for Tesla. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. Subscribe and like the video. Other than that, take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.